It's time for Comics and Coffee with Cliff. Today, we've got AdamantiumBladeComics himself, Jeff, and we'll be back in just a moment. Jeff, such a pleasure to have you here. Welcome aboard. It's a special day. And even though it's late for me in New York, I have my coffee. And I ran around doing things. But I'm here, folks.
Here's my caffeine.
That's a tiny little can of a little Coca-Cola. That's only enough caffeine to scare some spiders. I don't know. Anyhow, let's say hello to those in the chat. Bruce is here. Welcome. Thomas O'Donnell, thank you. C. Bizzle, you're the best. I love you, man. And speaking of the best and I love you, John Comics for Kids is also here. Welcome, everybody.
Aussieverse.
Oh, Aussieverse. Did I not say that? I was Omnibo. Aussieverse. Yes. Oh, my God. Now I feel awful. I love you, Bo. Okay. What am I doing? Oh, very nice. I'm like, look at you commenting on Matthew's art. Excellent. I probably should have told people that we're live. That would have been particularly helpful.
Oh, I didn't know. Whoops. Was that caught? I didn't realize that was on. Oh well.
What do you mean? What, that was caught? You weren't caught. I was caught.
Oh, okay.
I was caught catching you, catching me, catching us. There's an ABBA song in there somewhere.
I'm just happy he's drawing. That makes me happy.
It does make me happy. I'm happy to see it. It's good stuff. You know? So anyhow, Jeff, it is just not the same. Today's lead topic is why do we collect? But before I get into that, a good friend of yours demanded to be here today. And so I'm honored. What? You're nodding your head. Was the surprise already ruined?
And actually, I don't know who it is.
Oh, okay. All right. I'd like to welcome, you know him, you know him, you love him, you sometimes call him Will. It's Bob.
Hey, I had a suspicion, but I wasn't sure.
So,
what's up, Will?
I reached out to Cliff earlier today. I said, I want to surprise Jeff because I did that for Matt's episode, and now my camera's messed up.
And then I flipped a coin, and I lost, and so Will is here.
Welcome, young Will.
No, he's frozen.
There we are.
Oh.
Nope, I reached out to Cliff earlier today. I'm like, you want me to surprise Jeff? I will.
And then I flipped a coin. I lost the flip, and you're here, Vox.
All right.
It was a one-sided coin.
Yes, it's a sausage party, Bruce, and you love it.
He does. Not as much as I do. Hey, Lorena, welcome. Good evening. All right. I have many questions for you about why we collect, but I know that Vox has questions for you. I'm going to let Vox start.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do, Vox. Check your DMs, William.
Oh. Sorry. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da.
I love it. I love it.
Oh,
okay,
God.
Jeff. Questions I was told to ask you. If you were starting today with a limited budget, how would you collect differently?
Well, that's a pretty easy question because I do have a limited budget. What would I do differently? I'm just going to answer with what I'm actually doing. I sliced down my my pull list considerably. Okay, caveat. This past Wednesday was 2 Wednesdays in a row I went and picked up, so it seems like I got a lot of books at once. But I shaved down my my pull list a lot. So that's one thing. And because what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to catch up on the stuff that I loved as a kid. So I'm shooting at late Silver Age and Copper Age stuff that I fell in love with. So And a lot of that I can get for a reasonable amount of money that I can afford within my limited budget. But some of those books have shot through the roof, as you all know. So with a limited budget, that's how I would change. And also, if I can, I try at all costs to avoid purchasing on eBay. It's just, I mean, if I can't find something that I really, really want, and none of my friends have it, and I can't buy it from them, and can't find it in a claim sale somewhere else, or whatever, I sometimes have to bite the bullet and
Oh,
and
Jeffrey, Jeffrey,
buy from
Jeffrey.
eBay. Yeah, it's sad. It's
Some of
sad
my
when it happens.
some of my best deals are on eBay. You know, some of my absolute best. You know, I'm
You
just like,
you can find good deals. It just seems like sometimes when I buy the stuff that I'm looking for on eBay, I can't find the good deal. And when I see it, what I think is a good deal, I get a closer look at the book and I go, oh, that's why there's blood and crusty boogers and stuff on it. That's why it's so cheap.
oh
Okay.
no, well, you know, I'm usually looking for slabs, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
the first thing is if I can get the slab for the price of the raw, ding, 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 right? So that's the first thing. And then the second is the second thing I really like is people who take offers. Just throw the offer out there, see what happens. And you know, and sometimes it's amazing. It's like, oh, they want $450 for this book. I think it's really worth $250. Let's see if they're going to take $250. And they did. And yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. 90% of the time, I only really deal with people that take offers for that very reason. And like I say, sometimes I do get the deal that I want. I get a book that I'm willing to pay the price that I pay for it. But man, just seems like lately, probably last maybe 2 or 3 months. Uh, let's take a $75 book. $75 or best offer. These people aren't willing to drop below 70. It's just like then you're not really taking best offer. You're at your price. So stop it
Yeah.
with the. But
Good answer.
that's been my personal experience lately.
I also happen to like that, like, because you could set automatic accept. So I love where I'm like, I'm gonna do 170, on this key, and it's like, bam, it immediately came back. It's like done, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's happening.
So, do you want me to go to the next one?
Christina,
go to the next one, sir.
Is it smarter to focus on one character or just grabs what excites you at the moment?
So answering just for me?
Yes, you're answering just for you, sir.
That depends on what my focus is at the moment, but most of the time I'm not really so much character focused. So what was the other option again? It was either character or
what excites you the most at the moment.
Usually it's I've got a very addictive personality, so if it excites me at the moment, there's a good chance I'm snatching it up.
Good answer. I probably would have answered the same way. I have certain characters and teams I collect, but like DCKO, I jumped on it because it was a DC event, and I only am getting one tie-in. I'm not getting all the other tie-ins.
Yeah.
I do feel like if Boggs had $150 and he was surrounded by Rogue comics, there would be a leaning towards the in the moment.
There is a few Rogue covers I am still searching for, but not a lot. I've actually knocked a lot of this down. Anyway, how do you stop yourself from overbuying when everything feels so important?
Ooh. So I'll make an admission here. That's just through the sheer fact that I've got two sons I have to raise that need things. So that's one part of it. But there has been situations where I haven't been disciplined and I've bought too much, and the way my money comes, it comes in a large lump in the beginning of the month, and I got to make it last a month. And the last 6 or 7 days of that month, I'm kind of just barely, staying above water because I didn't use discipline. So,
So, if you don't mind me, Cliff, I'll answer this too. What I do is if it's a book and I like the A cover and then there's a ratio I like, I'll pick up, excuse me, I'll pick up one of the other covers by an artist. I won't go all three. I do two at most if it's a series I like. For example, for the Supernatural series, when issue 1 started, I got the Clayton Crane cover, which I'm probably going to move on from, maybe. And then I got the TV show cover where it's the Jensen Ackles and forgot what the other guy's name is. Can't think of it right now. But yeah, I do most two. Modern collecting versus old school collecting. What are your thoughts?
modern collecting versus old school, I don't know what's the difference.
Well, let's start with what do you think is the difference?
Modern collecting versus old school collecting. Well, I'm going to lean towards modern collecting because what it means to me is you are trying to protect your books with better technology. You have more technology, period, in the form of apps that you can use to catalog and curate your collection. There's several different platforms that you could use to buy or sell books as you want to. So I'm going modern collecting all the way because I guess old school collecting would be like grabbing a comic book you like when you're a kid on your BMX and rolling it up and sticking it in your back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Good answer. Yeah. Okay. 3 more, and then I'm going to pass it on to Cliff. Do you think collecting is easier or harder now than when you first started?
Easier
Okay.
for me. Easy. That's an easy answer for me. Yeah.
I'm a new collector, but I'd probably have the same answer if I started back in the day. Okay. Do apps, online sales, and social media help collectors or overwhelm them?
I think I think on a grander scale, it helps more than it hurts. Um, you can get paralysis by analysis if you're. It depends on. I mean, what are you doing? What are you trying to do? If you're trying to flip something, you can get lost in the sauce for a while trying to find that screaming deal so you could pick it up and then flip it for however the largest profit margin you could possibly flip it for. If you're doing that, I think it helps, but it could also kind of bog you down. Uh, but I personally think it's a good thing, and I enjoy the fact that I can go to the community for one to try and find books that I want. And if
Mhm.
they don't have it, I can go to the myriad online retailers and as a last resort, like the eBays of the world.
I agree. It's a two-sided coin. There's positives and negatives. Okay, last question for me, then on to Cliff, but I'll still be here. What's one old school collecting habit you think new collectors should bring back?
Read your read your comics.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I remember when I was younger, and I could take my own advice with that question. When I was younger, when I got comic books, I read all of them because I was a kid. I didn't have that much money. So when I got a hold of a comic book, I read it sometimes 2, 3 times, 10 times if I really liked it. Now that I'm older and I have the ability to get a few more, I am so far behind on reading. And there's so much stuff out there that I want to read. Sometimes it's sensory overload.
We have a lot of that.
Okay, on to Cliff's questions.
Oh, well, also thank you, Nick, for dropping in. Christina Payne, hello. I'll give you $1 for that Spectacular Spider-Man #1, the wall club. No. And listen, I fought for that purple label. I fought for it. that was an online auction battle, and I did pretty well. I was okay with it.
Bo, had a question for you, Cliff.
Oh, you want to? Okay, give me a question.
No, Bo had a question for you.
Oh, Bo has a question for me. Oh, sugar.
Are you still free in 50 minutes?
Am I still free in 50 minutes?
What?
Oh my God. I don't fucking know, Bo. What is happening?
He's probably going to be on Mad Spidey's.
No, he's not. We have like a whole other thing going on with somebody else. And I thought it was 7 o'clock my time, Bo. 7 p.m. my time. It's 5:22. Are you making me nervous, Bo? You're making me nervous. You're making me nervous. Jeez. Oh my God. You know what? This is it. Like, February, y'all are going to miss me, okay? Because February, I'm doing a couple things. I'm going to Puerto Rico for my nephew's wedding. Of course, if I'm really sad, I'll be live from Puerto Rico, eating a sandwich, by the beach, jumping on Mad Spidey.
What's up, Matt?
Hi, Matt. Dagger, thank you for being here. I just want to say hi to everybody. All right. So I have my own questions for you, sir. I
hope they're like the same questions you gave me. Probably not.
No, I made separate questions, sir. Separate questions. I also wrote my first 1-star Google review today because I was pissed.
I can't wait to hear it later.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear it on Mad Spidey's.
I mean, I'll be with Bo, so I don't know when you're going to see me. All right. Sir, you do love the comic book community. I think you do. So this one's a community question. How much has collecting been about the people over the actual collection for you?
For me, it's about 90% the people, 10% the collecting. That's an easy one for me. Because, I mean, what's the hobby if you can't share it with someone? To me, it's almost nothing.
Mm-hmm.
If I was by myself and had every book I ever wanted and no one to talk to about it, well, that would not be very satisfying to me. I don't know, it's just not very. I love this. I love the interaction. I like to hear other people's angles on things, and I like it when other people introduce me to things that I'm not aware of and things that open my eyes to a new world that I enjoy,
I mean, I certainly introduced you to that Spectre from what you were telling me.
That's right. Case in point. Sir Cliff told me to read some Spectre stuff, and I did, and I enjoy it. And Spectre is a character that I enjoy now.
That's excellent. All right. So now that all of this has gone down the crapper, thanks, Bo, and my hero, writer, legend, who we're interviewing, who's making me cramp. All right, Jeff, I guess I'm going to have you on again soon. All right, moving right along, sir. A new book of this week. It's time for the pullout.
So
we could go at least to the
top of the
hour.
I chose this one. This is a new one I picked up this week. It's Iron Man #1. And
is that a Virgin cover?
That is the 1 in 50 Clayton Crane Virgin. Yes.
That's very pretty.
And so I'm gonna give this this new Iron Man a chance and see what happens.
Excellent. All right, sir. That is very good. I do not have my imagery for Shelf Pleasure, but for Shelf Pleasure, something you were happy to add to your collection.
The last one I was really, really stoked to add to my collection because in 2026 I'm trying to get more of these signatures. Is my Daredevil 158 Frank Miller signature, and
Excellent.
and I'm not a 9.8 guy, as you can tell. I just want a pretty book with a pretty signature, and I'm so happy to have this. This will never leave my PC.
I mean,
Unless,
you know what? I'm not going to
unless I
knock it
get
because it's
divorced.
really. I mean, I've said some Frank Miller things, but
Well,
I'm
a lot of people have. A lot of people
I know,
have,
but
and I get it.
I know, but I'm very adamant. I'm very adamant. You know.
Yeah.
All right, sirs. We're gonna jump right, and this is rapid fire. Okay. I
Yeah.
want to y'all do rapid fire. We're gonna do rated or hated. All right, this is from Cover Price Top 10 4 years ago, where apparently Moon Knight was all the rage, and we've already forgotten. At number 10, we have the Moon Knight newsstand edition of issue number 3. Jeff, you're our guest. Do we rate it or hate it?
I rate it.
All right, sir. What are we out of 5? What are we doing?
Forgive me if I'm wrong. That's not a Frank Miller cover, but I'm a Moon Knight fan.
Yeah,
so I give it a 5.
Man.
I give it a 5.
Box?
It's a 4.
It's a 4. I'm also going with a 4 because I really like Moon Knight, but he's not in my upper echelon. But we know I have the feelings for him. Up next, it's Catwoman number 39. Catwoman number 39, Sozo Micah 1 in 25 variant. Jeff, are we going to rate it or hate it?
Rate it.
All right, sir, go for it.
I own this book. It is a gorgeous book, not only because obviously Catwoman is smoking right there, but look at that pile of jewels.
Absolutely.
That's some screaming artwork right there. I'm going to go 4 out of 5.
Apparently, this is a great time to go after this too with that price tip. Vogs.
Cliff it, look at private message. 4 also.
4 also. Very nice. And I am going to go with a 4 because I'm loving some Catwoman. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Next up, we've got The Sandman number 10. Boy, have the mighty have fallen on this. Jeez, painful. Of course, 4 years ago, we had the announcement of the Corinthian being in Netflix's The Sandman. And now we all know the truth about Neil Gaiman. Jeff, what do you rate it?
Am I rating the whole book or just the cover?
You're rating the whole book as a collector, you know. If it's for somebody, if it's for nobody, if you think it's an amazing cover, all the factors.
So I don't know much about it. So I'm not going to hate it. I'll rate it and I'll give it a 2.
Nerdy Geek, welcome. Also totally hating it. I am actually, listen, I'm not often one to be like, I'm going to separate the artist from the work. But when it comes to The Sandman, I'm going to separate the artist from the work. Because there's a lot of time that I spent reading and loving Sandman for so many years. I can't let that go. I'm absolutely giving this a 3. It's for somebody. And of course, now they're practically pennies on the dollar. Boggs?
I hate it.
Okay, moving right along. It's Moon Knight number 188. Moon Knight number 188 is because of Ethan Hawke making appearance in the show and his character showing up here. Jeff, what do you rate it or hate it?
Again, since I was a kid, I'm a Moon Knight fan. I'm not a big fan of this cover, so I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5. Rate it for a 3 out of 5.
I too am giving it 3 out of 5. Vogs?
3 out of 5.
All right. Next up, we are moving on to the Hulk 1 in 25 Trad Moore variant. Boy, I haven't even heard that name in a while. So 4 years ago, the Donny Cates run was a hit with readers. This 1 in 25 ratio hit some highs, and now it's seen better days. Jeff, rate it or hate it?
I hate that cover.
Okay.
I hate it.
Vox?
I hate it too. I don't like anything about it.
Okay, good. We're all in agreement. It's a total hate. Moving right along. Moon Knight number 1. We all know why this is here. It was the announcement of the Moon Knight series. Jeff, what do you rate it?
5 out of 5.
Vugsy?
4.
A 4. I too am giving it a 4. It's not my favorite Moon Knight cover, but I do like how it covers Moon Knight and his many personalities. Next up, it's Strange Academy number 15. It's the A cover, but it's by Humberto Ramos. Jeff.
I don't hate it. I read Strange Academy, but fell off. So I'll give this one a 2 out of 5.
Voxy.
I like how spooky it looks. It's like a 3 out of 5.
This is the first appearance of Gaslamp, who we do see here on the cover. I'm going 3 out of 5 personally. I still think it's a good pickup. All right, next up at number 3, we have Moon Knight number 7, the Raza variant from 2022. And that's Mr. Knight to you on the cover. Jeff, your thoughts?
Bought this one off the shelf. Actually, I think I bought 2 or 3 of them because I just absolutely love this cover. And I was reading this series 5 out of 5.
Voxy?
4.
I love the cover, and for that reason, 4. The story was okay. Moving right along to number 2, it's Hulk number 3, the Ryan Otley cover. And this is here because, well, Hulk was very popular at the time, and people love themselves some Ryan Otley. Again, the price of seeing better days. Jeff.
I'm not liking how he drew Wolverine at all. That doesn't look like Wolverine's head at all. But this one I'll give.
It feels like very old school Wolverine to me. You know?
Yeah, like way back. Back.
If he was going for a nod to that, I will forgive it.
Yeah, if I was looking at it from that angle, that would change things a bit. I love Ryan Otley. I'll give this a 2.5 out of 5.
All right, Bugsy.
I like Otley, but I hate this cover.
I think I'm giving it a 3. I think it is what I think it is. You know, I feel like we're getting a little nod to Wolverine's debut in this. All right, and that is number 2. At the coveted number 1, it's Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu. Number 2, Fist of Khonshu. Let's see. First appearance of Arthur Harrow. This obscure character was named in the trailer, as we know from the series. Again, the show is rarely discussed. Ethan Hawke's character doesn't appear to be returning at any point soon, thus leading interest in this story and prices to interest and story price. Oh, forget it. Interest in the story and prices to drop. Jeff.
That is one of my all-time favorite Moon Knight covers. And again, I'm a Moon Knight fan, and I got to give this a 5 out of 5.
It's a great cover. I will say that. Vugsy.
4.
I too, again, going with a 4. This was definitely one of the better Moon Knight stories. And that wraps up our cover price. Top 10. What happened in 4 years cover price?
I should know this. Is that a Zek? That's not a Zek cover, is it?
That is. Can we zoom in? Let's find out.
Maybe not. I see a signature. No, I don't think that's Zek. No,
I can't make it out, but I don't think it's Zek. All right, lovely, folks, lovely. All right, before I go rushing into our conclusion, I do have a couple more questions for our beloved Jeff. Do you remember the moment where you felt like you were not just reading comics anymore? You knew you were collecting comics.
Yes, very, very clearly. My best friend and I, we lived in a little quiet suburban town, and we would ride around on our bikes and we would wash people's cars during the summertime. We would rake leaves and mow lawns, stuff like that. Rake leaves in the wintertime. And then we actually had a comic book store up the street. Well, he had a bunch of comics. I had never really thought of collecting them. I just thought they were cool, colorful, read them, and then tossed them somewhere. Well, he showed me his long box where they're all nice and pretty and in order in these shiny bags. And that was the moment that it switched from just kind of enjoying them ancillary to I'm going to start collecting comic books and take care of them. And that was the question, right? Did I get lost in the sauce?
Yeah.
there?
No, you got it right.
Okay.
You got it. You got it, man. You got it. All
Shout
right.
out to Barney. Barney is that's my best friend. That's what I'm talking about.
Barney. That's nice. All right, sir. Okay. How much of collecting do you think is emotional comfort versus conscious decision making?
For me, I would say it's about 80% emotional comfort, 20% conscious decision making.
Oh, wow. That's really generous. I'm like 90% emotional comfort. You know, I'm like, oh my God, this is so pretty. I guess it's coming home with me because there's money in my pocket.
I do that sometimes too, though.
Cliff, I spilled beaver tails on my absolute Batman number 16. How do I save my 9.2 graded book? Oh my God, what? Beaver tails.
What is beaver tails?
I don't know. It's like a food. Is it a food? Is it a drink? It's a pastry. Beaver Tails is a Canadian pastry company. So I guess there's beaver. Maybe there was some beaver tail coffee. Oh my! I don't know how to rescue. I don't know how to commit. I don't even know. Listen, I spilled some wine on some comics once, and I've never recovered. I've never recovered.
Bro, if you spilled pastries on your comic book, it's dead.
Yeah, the beaver tail is that big flat beaver tail pastry with cinnamon sugar all over it, like a beaver tail. It looks like it, you know.
Bye, Absolute Batman.
You're gonna have to Google or YouTube that. How to clean that.
Hey, just look at it like this. It's your reader copy now. It's your reader copy.
It's your reader copy. I'm so sorry, Immortal Biggie Chic. All right.
Damn it.
All right, Jeff, one of the more powerful questions. Uh-oh. If you lost your entire collection tomorrow, God forbid, what part of it would hurt most? The money, the memories, the hunt, or the books?
Yes.
They would all hurt. It would just be
what would hurt the most is the work spent seeking them all out and gathering them all. Because
so the hunt.
The hunt. Because money, we all know money can be remade and things can be replaced, but time cannot.
And insurance claims can be made.
Yes.
I always thought like the first thing that would happen is I would feel suffocated by the pain, right? And then I feel like the power of the hunt would take back over, and then it would be like vengeance hunting my books, you know? Okay, sir, you were given your ultimate homework assignment, and that was to bring 5 books with the theme of your choice. It's time for the 5-finger shuffle.
So I chose my theme to be he's well known, but he's not how do you say, I guess, super A-lister guy. He's a guy named Jeff Darrow, and he is one of my favorite comic book artists of all time. I love his art. It's so detailed, it's so wild, it's crazy. And he's done some wild stuff. So I grabbed a couple of his books that I could show off here. You said 5 books? 1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
So I've grabbed a few that I just completely, absolutely recommend. Not only for the fantastic Jeff Darrow art, but the story is totally awesome and fun too. So we got Shaolin Cowboy number 1.
Ooh.
And these covers are really they're really vanilla compared to what this man can do with his weapons of choice. Not the character, I'm talking about Jeff Darrow.
Yeah.
Number 2, here's a cover that's a little more indicative of what he can do.
How big's that run?
6 books. No, 5. Sorry, 5. And he did also a book called Hard Boiled with Frank Miller. Him and Jeff Darrow and Frank Miller did this. And I took this one out because not only did I want to show the cover, but I wanted to show some of the stuff on the inside that is just pretty wild. It's kind of a darker spread, and it's unfortunate because maybe it won't translate well. But I mean, there you could look at this for a long time, and I don't think I know of anybody who can draw wrecked cars and shit better than he can. And these two guys that are duking it out here, they are just foobar. But yeah, that's Jeff Darrow's style, and he does. He also jumps in and does covers for Marvel, and I'm sure he's done bigger publisher stuff. Um, but yeah, if you're out there and you don't know who Jeff Darrow is, just go online, take a look at some of his work, check it out. May not be for you, may be for you, depends. So
I mean,
I guess my theme is Jeff Darrow.
yeah, I think it's very impressive. It's really good stuff.
I
All right,
love
Boxy, did you have any new and additional questions for Jeff?
Nope. I'll let you do a few more if you have any.
Okay. I have so many questions in so many different places.
And you still got a few minutes. Don't let Bo pressure you.
Let's see. Where are my must-ask questions?
I could add to one of the answers a little bit too. Is if all of a sudden I lost my whole collection, because unfortunately that happened to me at two different points in my life. When I got back into collecting and started the hunt all over again, after I got through the initial shock, anger, pain, the stages of grief, all that stuff, and I was going around and grabbing this and grabbing that, it was almost refreshing in a weird way. It was like fun. It was a clean slate. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah.
No, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. All right, I got a great question because I think we all feel it and we all have feelings on it. Is the thrill stronger when you land the book or while you're chasing it?
For me, it's the absolute chase. Absolute chase.
Do you have an enjoyment once it's in your hands? Like, do you have like a high that happens?
Yeah, the high happens when that first few moments it's in my hands. I'm looking at it. I'm like, it's real. It's mine. I have it here, and look how pretty it is, and it's signed by one of my heroes, and it's in this pretty case, and it's all official, and it's worth a little bit of money, and oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. But eventually you put it down and it sits, up on your wall somewhere or wherever you put it. And
I have a 48-hour high. I have a 48-hour high.
Okay.
There's a 48-hour period from when it's first in my hands to when, okay, you're home now, right? Like, like the first 24 hours is all about, I can't believe it. And oh my gosh, it's here. And then the next 24 hours is, oh my gosh, it's here. And then like after that, I'm like, and now you're home.
And different ones have different effects on me. I'm a huge fan of cartoonist kayfabe. It was Ed Piskor and Jim Rugg, and I learned so much from their channel, and I love those guys. They had great chemistry. If anyone knows that channel and knows of Ed Piskor, they know that we lost him way too early. So I've got an Ed Piskor signed Red Room comic here.
Jeff,
and
when
like
you
this one will always stir deep feelings in me for as long as I have it for the rest of my life.
Jeff, when you get to Heroes Con with me, we will go to the Pitchcore booth because I've never gone myself. So
Heck yeah.
There's a legacy booth for him.
I'm down. I am down.
All right, we're gonna go with the.
How many more we got?
One more closing comments. What do you think? And I like this one a lot. What do you think non-collectors misunderstand about our hobby the most?
In my opinion, I think people that completely don't understand why we enjoy comic books and comic book collecting, I think it's a sad case of people that have lost their ability to experience whimsy. They've lost their experience to get sucked into a fantasy world that is adventure and magic and supernatural and all the things that real life isn't, you know. Flying, we can't fly, nobody can turn green and smash things, I can't pop claws out of my fists. And and the stories, some of the stories are just, they're, you guys know, they're phenomenal. And I think people that can't grasp that value, I feel bad for them. I really do. They're missing out.
Yeah, I always feel like, they
I
just
think
don't
it's childish.
they just don't have it, you know what I mean? And it's a little bit weird. Oh, actually, no, I shouldn't say it's a little bit weird. It's just like a little sad for me,
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm still very much aware of the world that I live in and all the unpleasantry that comes with it.
Mhm.
But, this has always been my escape. It's my respite. It's all the things.
Yeah,
And
like
some people, and listen,
I'm
and some people, for them, it's all sorts of different stuff, and I get that. I get it.
and I know, I understand that life is life and it's a very real thing. I understand adulting. I have to do it. I've done it. I've had careers where you had to be very serious, but that doesn't mean that I've lost the love of opening up a coloring book and coloring in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Like, the joy,
or
the joy of the
yeah,
read. And I still love reading a book and seeing a great plot twist, and just like the excitement, the thrill, the adrenaline, all that stuff.
yes.
Damn, I want to be able to do a raid. How come I don't know how to do a raid? Why am I not getting this right? I always want to be able to do that. Oh, well, I pinned my next location at the top of the chat, everybody. Jeff, thank you for being here. Vox, thank you for being support. Jeff, I'll have you on real soon to make it up for this. I did not get to run any giveaways tonight, but I am live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. with George from the 757 Hustle, and I will try to make everything right then in the morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm sorry for the brief show. Go catch me on Aussieverse shortly. We're interviewing Paul Levitz, everybody, and that's just going to be in about 12 minutes. I love you all. Read your comics, and until next time.
Thank you, Cliff.
Thank you. Peace.